Hey, hello guys, welcome to this video. So in the last video, I showed you how to implement a backend system for user authentication, right? So we implemented the authentication system with the help of Node.js. So I have created a simple front end for it, and I would want you to show you how it works in the front end also, right? So when you see this page, so it is login.html. So this application, front-end application, is tied up with the backend that we created with Node.js. Okay, so the backend and front-end are connected, and it works as a single application. So whenever I request something from this front-end, the request goes to the backend, and backend does the process, does the logic, and return back the response to the front-end. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. So initially, when I click on login without entering any data, I'll get this validation failed message. So I'm going to enter some wrong record, so you're getting this autocomplete, right? So we have to disable this autocomplete. Okay, so I'm not doing that now. So I'm going to enter the wrong data which is not in the database. So I have two records in the database. I'll show you that. So guys, it happens our database is taking time to load the records. So I have only two records, but this is too much for us to wait to see two records. Okay, let me refresh the page once and just check if there's any issue with the network. So I think the network is fine. Right, so when the database is ready, I'll show you guys. So let me go to the login page. I'm entering the wrong record, so I'm entering the wrong mobile number and the password, right? So when I click on login this time, so it says mobile number does not exist. So we saw the same in the postman, the last video, right? So our front end is able to send the request to the backend and get the response, right? So when I go to network, you see, if you see here, we are getting 500 status, which is the API did not work, right? See, it says the payload is mobile and password. It is sent as a request, okay, as a data to the request. So the response that we got is success false, and error is mobile number does not exist. Okay. So let me check whether the database is up. Yeah. So if you see in the database, there are two users. One is Shaktivel and the other one is Narenapu. And the mobile number is 9677130119 for Shaktivel and 9566137534 for Narenapu. But the mobile number that we entered is totally different, and it does not exist in the system, right? So it says mobile number does not exist, and we are showing that message to the user. So when I enter the right mobile number, let me check. Right, so when I click on login now, okay, so the API is being called and we got password did not match because we entered the wrong password, right? So I go to the network tab. This time, see, this is the second request we made. This is the data is being passed to the API, and the response that we got is password did not match and success false. So we can preview that as a JSON here. Okay, so the password is being hashed and stored in the database already. So I know the right password. I'm going to enter it now. So let us see how it works, right? So when I click on login now, okay, so the user is authenticated and the user is redirected to this parking.html page. So when I go to the application tab, you see JSON web token is created and stored in the local storage with this key name, right? So we got the JSON token, web token, and based on this web token, the application is able to understand and also able to authenticate the user. Okay, So when I go to the permissions page from here, I'll close this console. When I go to the permissions page, so I see the permissions page is visible for me because I have logged in as a super admin user. Okay, so guys, so this particular permissions, configuring permissions is super important because it is because this functionality is key for any type of application. So this is the page where we give permission for certain users for certain roles and remove permissions for certain users, right? So take this application, it has the following menus at the left corner, right? So you see the menus: parking entry, company details, users, roles, permissions, rates, parking slots, and reports, right? So whenever we develop an application, we know we will have some users and roles configured in that application so that only certain pages will be shown to certain users based on their roles, right? So if you take the super admin role, the super admin will have access to these number of menus, that is company details, permissions, rates, and parking slots. And if you take this admin user, admin role, he has permission only to this parking entry. Sounds interesting, right? So I logged in as a super admin because if I show you in the database, if you take this user, right, so I have logged in with this credential. Okay, so the user role here is super admin. Okay, I'll show you that it is B84E7. When I go to roles, you see for super admin the ID is B84E7, the last 5 number, right, the last 5 characters, and this role is assigned to this particular user. So the user is able to view the permissions page. Okay, so what happens when I log in as the admin user, right? I'm going to show you right away now. I go back to the login page. Okay, so I'm going to log in as the admin user, 9566137534. Password is same. So this user is a admin user. When I click on login and go to permissions page, you will see you are not authorized to see this page because this particular menu is not configured for admin users, right? So just before few seconds we saw this permissions page is being configured only for super admin role and not for admin role, right? So how this is possible? Do you want to know how I did it? So guys, I'm going to show you in my next video, so keep watching my videos. And so guys, if you want to learn about user authentication, I suggest you to learn from this playlist because this playlist has videos that is focused only on the user authentication part with the help of Node.js. Also, you learn how to build the front end and connect that with the backend. So a lot of things are there in this user authentication. If you take this beginner series playlist, right, so it has videos that is fully focused and developed for beginners, right? So if you're a complete beginner and if you want to head start with programming, you can probably look into my beginner series videos, right? So stay tuned guys, I'm going to explain you how I did this user authentication and authorization in my next video. So I'm going to build the Node.js backend for authorizing the users, and the application will be able to decide what types of users are entering and what is their roles and how to hide some pages to certain roles and show some pages for certain roles, right? So we'll see you in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.